Yeah.
This shit is called Little Ghetto Nigga.
Yeah.
Shout out to J. Cole on the beat. My nigga does it all. Rap, produce.
on
My
point.
niggas better catch up.
Yeah.
It's the come up.
Let's bring it in.
Let's go.
Yeah. This is for my niggas in the struggle. Yeah. This is for my niggas in the struggle. Yeah, yeah. Another perspective. Just another perspective. Yeah. Yo. Lifestyle of the young black and genius.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We locked in on this Friday afternoon, man, or Friday night, Friday evening, Friday midnight for some of y'all. But we locked in today. You see what we got in the title? We got Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? We got Jalen Brunson. Let me get a couple things up right quick. You know what I'm saying? Just a little pre-stream routine. Let me get that right there. And then we about to just get into the Discord. And by the way, if y'all got any questions throughout the stream, laggy as hell, hold on. Let me see, let me see. It's dumb laggy right now? Give it some time, give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. Give it a second, give it a second. It should be good in a second. It should be good in a second, but let me get that right there. Let me get boom. All right, let me know if it's still laggy. Is it still lagging? Is it still lagging? Is it still lagging? Let me know, C. What's good, C, by the way? What's good? What's good? Yo, Corel, what's good? What's up, my heart? What's good, gang? What's good, gang? What y'all been up to today? What y'all been up to today? I'm pulling up the Discord right now. I'm about to go peep the Discord. I'm about to peep the film. We about to peep Jalen Brunson. And we about to see how they dropped off that nigga Joel Embiid. That nigga Joel Embiid got dropped off, bro. I'm gonna talk about that in a second, dog. Give me 1 second. Let this stuff get pulled up right quick. And I'm pretty sure, I think the reason this stream is tripping is not even because of me. I don't think it's because of me. I think it's because someone else in my crib is on the Wi-Fi and that shit fucking it up. But let me put a pause to that right quick. We about to get locked in, though. We about to get locked in. Regardless, we got to work through what we got to work through. All good now? Bet that. If it's happening throughout the stream, low-key just like, let me know, but don't let me know type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can continue to do what I do. Because I'm pretty sure it may like in and out every now and then because I dropped a whole bunch of shit. So it shouldn't be lagging crazy, if anything. And by the way, I don't know why, but ever since I've been on YouTube and lagging way more than Twitch. I'm sick right now. Shit sucks. You know what the good thing about being sick is, though? If you're sick and you're hooping, of course, you're working out, and you're already on your regular routine, and you do the same thing while you're sick, and then once you get back, it's going to feel like that workout's not going to feel as intense as it was before because when you were sick, you had all the sinuses, all this congestion, all that shit going on. So you doing the same workout, same intensity, it may be tougher. But if you could get through that shit and then, of course, get through the sickness, you should be straight. I ain't been sick in a minute, though. I don't know what y'all be doing. I don't know what type of people y'all be around, but the way I be living, the way I be moving, probably because I don't be going too many places nowadays. I'm not exposing myself to so many people. But, what's good, Mikey? What's good, Mikey? I'm new to the stream. I'm 12. I'm 5'7", shifty guard who plays like Jalen Brunson. I can shoot threes and finish. Or I can shoot threes and finish. I can shoot the mid-range in one spot, which is the paint. Do you have any drills I could do? You talking about shoot? You said shoot the mid-range in one spot. Do you mean like get into your spots, or like literally like you're good at like the right elbow? You know what I'm saying? Or like you're only good going to your right hand or going to your left hand, whatever hand you may be. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Specify exactly. Specify. In all areas. Specify though. Like what areas of the mid-range are you already good in? What areas are you not comfortable in? Like where do you try to always get to? You know what I'm saying? Give me that little just a little background about that right quick. Let me know exactly what that is. So then I can be able to kind of guide and direct in terms of what we got to kind of do. You know what I'm saying? But let me open the Discord. I'm gonna start here, and I may start in. Let me see what's in high school. Let me see what's in here. April 7th. Boom. Ain't nothing crazy in there. Let me go to nutrition. All right. I'm gonna answer this question right here. Nutrition, right quick. Let me know what else there is, Mike. Let me know exactly about what I said. But he had a question right here. It's about nutrition. If y'all don't even understand this, nutrition is probably it's gonna take your game to like another 33% if you do incorporate good nutrition, a good diet into your game. Not even just from a recovery standpoint, like your muscles gonna recover better, but from a conditioning standpoint as well. Like that shit's gonna help tremendously. A lot of y'all don't realize that your food is your fuel. And the second that you realize your food is your fuel, and then you begin to analyze the type of food you eat, and begin to question the type of food you eat, and then begin to eat better foods, then you'll begin to realize like, oh shit, this is actually affecting how well I play. And for me, the way I see it is, if anything is causing me to play worse, I can't allow that to let me play worse, because if my goal is to get better, I can't simply do that. So now it's hanging up every 0.8 seconds. Hold on, give me one second. I think I might know what it is. Bro. I think I might know what it is. Because hold on, give me one second. Let me put this on the screen right quick. I'm gonna put the Discord on the screen. I'm gonna be right back. Yo, what's good? It shouldn't be lagging no more. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what it was. I was causing my stream to be fucked up. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's because my brother, since he's on it's a weekend, be using on the game and shit. His game be fucking taking away the bandwidth, so that should be going dummy slow. But what's good? Tiger, what's good, Eric? Let me see what you said. I'm good in the elbow areas and the right side. I need help in the other areas. Okay, so are you a lefty? Or no, you're a righty. So you got to be a righty. If you're good at the right elbows, that means you probably like to dribble, pull up, left, right, pull it, get up into your shot. That's probably like what you like to do, that left, right pull up. So then that right, left pull up is probably where you struggle. But at the same time, though, it's not even just the footwork that makes it a little more difficult. Y'all got to understand this as well, is that if you're a righty and you're trying to pull up to this side, is that your defender is going to be on your inside. And with your defender being on the inside, they're also on your shooting hand. And now since they're on your shooting hand, it's easier for them to go up and contest, which is why a lot of people are uncomfortable shooting pull-ups as a righty going to their left. Meanwhile, it's going to be the opposite for a lefty. They're going to like to shoot going to their left because they could turn. Defender's going to be on that inside, and it's harder for them to get a hand. Right, it's going to be a cross contest at that as well. And so now, if they go to their right side, boom, I pull up on the inside hand. It's a little more uncomfortable of a shot. And it's the same thing with, even when it came down to like Kobe when he played. Who was it? Was it Matt Barnes or no? It was like, I forgot who was talking about it, but they talked about how when you guard Kobe, he's going to hit that left-right pull-up going to his right side every single time. but he's still going to hit the one going to his left, but not as much for the reasons as to which I just said. Because it's not as comfortable as a shot. The contest is better. Defender's closer to that shooting hand, a little more uncomfortable. He'll still knock it down, but it's not as much as the other way. So it's pick your poison, but one poison is not as bad. And so that's what kind of boiled down to there. So, let me see. These frames is tripping. Let me see this right quick as well. Let me know if the stream is still lagging at all. Let me know if the stream is still lagging and tripping. Let me know if anything is still bugging out, because I may even just say fuck it, and I don't even know if I'll restart because that should be bugging out. But yeah, I would say for the best way you could though get better at dribble pull-ups and getting into the mid-range, going to the other way, away from the right elbow, or away from like the right wing corner area, just the right side as a whole, is just simply by doing more reps going the other direction, one. But I would also say this too, is that you got to pay attention to your footwork and how you get your balance going this other direction. And it's going to be a little easier for you to get your shoulders squared in the air, because since you're going to your opposite hand, your non-dominant hand, what's going to happen is that your shoulders are going to naturally have this little tilt, like you usually probably would when you're just taking a spot up shot, right? And so understanding the fact of that, you may not have to do all this rotation in the air, and it may just be your body moving off of momentum. So you won't have to worry about this rotation and shit like that, any shoulders twisting and turning like you would going to that right side. And so getting more reps and making sure you stay disciplined when it comes down to that. And a big part of that is core strength. If you don't have good core strength, core stability, anti-lateral flexion, then it's going to be tough for you to be able to actually shoot those shots and have good balance while you're in the air and trying to find the rim and whatnot. So that's also important. And if you don't have good like decel and good movement at all, it's going to be tough too. Let me see where I was at. It's funny how many of those people watch the stream Friday night, LML. No, I don't know where you're at. I mean, I don't even be checking, but usually at the start of stream, the viewers are usually lower than the increases as time goes along, but we'll see. How to deal with getting your ankles broken and getting humiliated. Get better at defense, gang. Play more damn defense. Some more goddamn defense. Stop sitting there and not trying to actually guard or not put any work on defense and try to go guard again and think it's going to go any better when you didn't actually put the work in to get better. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you're just going to get better like that. Especially if you're not reflecting on what you've done and trying to actually correct it. Because if you don't, you're just going to continuously do the same habits over and over and over again. So that's the most important part you got to understand about just improving in any skill. If you keep getting your ankles broken, keep getting humiliated, the reason probably for that being is you may not even know how to move on defense. And now you say, how do you improve movement on defense? How do you do all this? How do you do X, Y, and Z? Get better as a defensive mover. You just got to expose yourself to that movement. You got to expose yourself to actually taking steps laterally and opening up your hip by leading with that foot, right? Turning that foot out a little bit so that you can be able to beat somebody to a spot and continuously moving. And also another thing, you got to make sure you're able to at least get somewhat low. You don't got to get like all the way down into the bottom of a squat low on defense, but you need to find your base. Everybody has a different base, and you got to figure what that is. So, I'm new to the stream, but I love your vids, breakdowns. I'm going to be here often and asking a lot of questions. Bet that, Uncle Drew. By the way, is my stream still lagging? This shit's still lagging. I may just end up restarting. I'm good with both hands, and I just don't know how to use that to my advantage. Meaning you don't know how to get to the spots. Like you don't know how to get there. You don't know how to get right and left and whatnot. So it's almost like this. If you already know how to get right, then at this point, it's just translating the same exact concepts back over to the other side. Now, if you picked up the habit and picked up the ability to get to your right side just off of flow, then you're going to have to understand why you do these certain things. You're going to have to pick up on these little, I don't even know what word to call it, but like the little details as to which you see in real time that causes you to then make this move and the reason why you did it, and then be able to find the same thing going the other direction. If that's the case. So I practice my weekend moves 2 times as much. Weekend moves, you know, it is a common weak hand move that I would say players at higher levels need. I don't want to say like high school players necessarily need it, but a hezzy pull up. If you get hezzy pull up out of your right hand and your left hand, regardless if you're a righty or a lefty, that shit is vicious. It is vicious because especially like if you look at someone like T-Mac, I don't really remember T-Mac going out the right too often, but I probably bet he could. But especially out of his left, and it's like, all right, let me make sure I get the flow out of this side. So like you can't try to take away my left and think, oh, let me send him the other direction. You can't do the same move. You do the same shit, bop, get somebody every time, bro. Get somebody every time. You're gonna be cooked. So hopefully the stream is no longer lagging crazy, anything like that. So we're gonna see how it's going. We're gonna see how it's grooving. Let me get to the Discord too. Is there any other questions? Ain't no questions right now, but let me get back to this Discord though. I low-key should have got some more water before I streamed, but fuck it. He said, I have been skinny fat my whole life. I'm 15 now. I have skinny arms and fat around my belly. I've been working on that and I've seen some progress, but now I am stuck. I tried to bulk, and y'all know how I feel about bulking. Y'all know how I feel about bulking, but that didn't work, and I have been cutting, but I haven't seen any progress. Is there any way you can help me? Thanks. I used to be skinny fat like when I was like 13, around 13, maybe like even pushing 14. And then like I hit a point, it was like after my freshman year where I wasn't as skinny fat, but I was still like not in the best of shape because of the food that I ate. And so ultimately I just shifted my diet, and it wasn't that great of a shift. Like when I say start eating better foods, you just got to start cutting out the bad shit. Once you start cutting out the bad shit, you'll realize you have a lot more good shit that is available to you than what you've chosen in the past. And so it's probably things like candy, cereal, juice, chips, like all those little like processed foods, fast food, McDonald's, shit like that. It's probably shit like that that's causing you to have that frame and to have that build. And a couple things I started doing, I cut out those foods. One, I started eating in meals, and I just made sure each meal I had about 30 grams of protein. Soda is another one of them. If y'all still drinking soda in 2024, y'all need help. If y'all out here buying them damn Starries and shit, them Starry Limes and shit, bro, like you need help. You need help, gang. Like you just need help. Like I'm just like at this point, you just hurting yourself. I'm trying to warn y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all now before you keep doing this shit or you even get tempted into doing it. I haven't drank a soda in years. Like it's not even an urge for me to drink a soda on a cheat day. I haven't even been urged to drink a lemonade or like a sweet tea or some shit like that. Like things like that I just can't do. But I could do like, you know what I'm saying, give me some pancakes, you know what I'm saying, get maybe some sort of like little dessert or some shit like that. But anything outside of that, particularly when it comes down to like a soda or some sort of beverage, I don't know. Them shits just died off. Have a good stream. Yo, what's good? What's good? Will do indeed. It feels weird going left. It's because of contest. Their left hand be right there onto your right hand because they're trying to go out this way. They stop. They just boom, stuck right there, inside hand, contest. And now it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. And so you might even have to adjust your arc on that shot. Because since the hand is there, you may have to like kind of get it over that hand some way. But at the same time, I think that skill of, let me even put full screen for this. I think the problem as to which people have when it comes down to getting into that pull up and it feels uncomfortable, you don't have to change your shot. You just need to shoot the shot more. Because although it feels uncomfortable, it's not really influential because they're not really changing your movement unless they're actually beating you to your release point, right? And so what you should just do at that point is if you continue to get more reps, by the time you get the ball here, and if you just done this shit so many times, then even when the hand is in that vicinity, you're unfazed by it, right? Mentally, you're unfazed by it because your body only knows how to do one thing. And so whether that hand is there or it's not, it don't matter. That's why players in the NBA, they shooting contested shots, they knock them down. You like, yo, that's tough. It's because they remain uninfluenced by the fact that hand is in the vicinity. Because if a hand was gonna get onto the ball, it would get onto the ball. If a hand was actually like even hand to hand while they shooting or some shit, I don't know, then it would actually be there and it would be impactful. But if it's just in the area, like people just be so lazy with the hand, like they don't even know where to put their hand to contest. They just put their hand up. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize the fact that the best way to contest a shot is to make someone alter or make someone feel discomfortable in their shot pocket or in their release point, I should say. Because when you make them shift this right here, this is going to change how they then follow through. And it's not going to be that easy. Be like, oh, I'm just going to get my hand here. Because you're going to be late sometimes. They're going to be quicker to your spot sometimes. But if that's your ultimate goal and you do that consistently and frequently, then you're going to actually get good contest. And so kind of just going back to what you're saying, what we were talking about before, where it just feels uncomfortable going to the left. You probably just need to get even more reps going that way than you do the other way, so you can make up for that discomfort. Like Eric was saying before, like he said he practices his weekend moves 2 times as much. There's a reason, because going to that weekend is just going to feel more uncomfortable. So it's important that you do that. Belt to ass, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Embiid came back just to get beat in the first round, bro. You gonna talk about it, bro? You gonna talk about, bro? Came back. He meniscus injury, knee injury, and he came back just to get beat in the first round. I ain't gonna lie. Them, whatchamacallit, Hartenstein, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Anunoby, who else was in their rotation? Mitchell Robinson a little bit. They was just out dogging them. Like, they was out hustling them. They was out grinding them. And that was crazy. I'm just like, bro, y'all really let this shit happen. Like, the Sixers are far more talented, but they didn't have this. They ain't have that heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Josh Hart. I'm just talking about the heart for the game, that want, that desire to be able to win the game, to be able to get every single loose ball, get every single rebound. Like, them niggas had 20 offensive rebounds. Now, Philly, in the last game at least, Philly had like 16. It was 16 on Philly, 20 for New York. But as a whole, I'm like, you keep letting them do the same shit, but no one is actually boxing out. I would have lost my mind. Like, if I played 2-3 games, like if I was a coach, if I was a player, it'll be even worse because I'll be probably the only person boxing out. But if I was a coach, if I was Nick Nurse, and we've already been over this, and it's been 2-3 games, and no one has changed their action, I might have given up. I might have given up because I seen numerous possessions where nobody was boxing out. And I'm saying that like, bro, what the fuck is y'all? Did y'all watch film? Are you even conscious? When are y'all going to actually get conscious? When are y'all going to be diligent in what you're doing and actually apply the game plan? Because if you don't apply the game plan, it's always going to be shoulda, coulda, woulda. You got to at least do what he say to see if the shit work. But ain't nobody do it. Ain't nobody box out Josh Hart, Hartenstein. You got Embiid down that paint being lazy as shit with these box outs. I'm like, bro, what is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? That shit was like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Them niggas is bugging. But you said, Malcolm, you said best defensive tips on the post. If you're a guard, don't try to play the strength game. Meaning, if someone's posting you up, someone's backing you down, don't try to meet their force with your own force because you're gonna lose. You're smaller. You're not as strong. You don't have as much weight. You probably don't even have the functional strength to be able to make up and compensate for that lack of weight. And so what you got to do on your part is utilize your speed. Watch somebody like who's someone who's really good at doing this. Like watch a Pat Bev or watch a Drew Holiday or watch any good defensive team have somebody front the post. It doesn't matter who's there. Like anytime you see a good defensive team with somebody front the post, look at just how they're navigating around their body so that they can't get just posted up so easily. Right? You got to watch those. Anytime you see a defense that has a game plan where they're fronting the post, watch them. Especially right now in the playoffs. You see that anytime right now in the playoffs, watch it. Because you know those players are going to be diligent in the game plan. They're going to actually be doing what they need to. So, let me see. Let me try to get back down. How are you, real dog Austin? What you mean? What you mean by that? It's not that easy, bro. I need a liquid flavor. Only water gets boring at a point. I mean, there's transitions, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Water gets boring. I don't know if water could get boring, bro. I don't know about that. Like, I could drink me a good little water all day, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't, like, just, it's like, I don't always need some sort of flavor. It's just I know this is helping my body. This is quenching my thirst. And so once you understand that eating is not for flavor and eating is not for pleasure and eating is only to give you the most energy possible, then that's when that shift of, oh, I don't need flavor in my water is going to occur. Where you don't need to have all this sugar, all this added sugar into your foods is going to occur. It's going to be a second you realize that. And as soon as that happens, it's going to be like, oh shit, I really don't need that. So, yeah. That's at least me though. I know there's a number of people that do the same shit. I need a juice or pop, bro. Saying pop is crazy, bro. I didn't even realize people called soda pop for so long. I didn't realize that shit till like 2 years ago, bro. Patrick Beverly threw a ball at a fan twice. He needs help. Clippers. Yo, he got pissed as shit in Indiana, boy. They probably saying some shit out of pocket, bro. They was probably out of pocket, bro. Like a pistol in a robbery. Clippers better win today. I ain't gonna lie, it's looking rough. It's looking rough. It was PG's birthday, like, wasn't it? Like 2 days ago, yesterday, some shit. Losing it again, kicked down the playoffs that day is gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. You should my better hated drink water now. He drinks water every day. You said my brother hated drinking water. Okay, so probably messed up on the typo. But he said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, just start doing it, bro. All it boils down is discipline to start. Then you're gonna get the results exactly of it, and then it's gonna be like, oh shit, I don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? But do it progressively, right? Do it progressively. So, for example, who was it? Jordan. If it's like, look at the rate as to which you need some sort of flavored drink, you need a soda, you need some sort of juice, anything like that, right? So say it's like once a day, every single week, you need to have a little bit of that, like a serving. You know what I'm saying? 8 ounces. Shit, maybe even 2. 2 is fucking crazy. Because I don't think y'all understand how much added sugar is in shit like that. And by the way, Gatorade, you should not even be drinking Gatorade. Because Gatorade is banned in like 150 countries in the world. Because it contains BVO, which is brominated vegetable oil, which is an ingredient that's not good for your body. And so you should not even be drinking Gatorade. You can't even get started about that. There's so much shit that's legal here that shouldn't be, that's not legal in so many other countries, which is ridiculous. It's only because it makes a shit ton of money as to why they actually approved it and why they still sell this shit. But you go to like Europe, you probably won't even find a Gatorade. Niggas probably even heard of a Gatorade because that shit is not approved. So, but yeah. Whatchamacallit? I would say like if you need a serving once a day, every single day of the week, the next week, take away 1 day. Go 6 days, right? The week after that, all right, 5 days. I'm gonna take one serving for 5 days out the week. Or I'm gonna cut down my serving sizes each day. Meaning I'm gonna go from 8 ounces or 12 ounces or whatever it is, 16. Then I'm gonna cut it down to 12. Then I'm gonna cut it down to 10. Then fuck it, cut it down to 9. I just need a little bit of progress. Cut it down to 8. Cut it down to 4, because now I'm like, all right, I'm good. I don't even need this shit for real. And I'm going to cut it out completely. Just progressively, week by week, or even day to day. But usually it should be week to week, because you probably built up a really bad habit of drinking sodas and juices and all that stuff. So let me see, make sure my stream's still ain't lagging. All right, we're cool. I don't think we lagging. Okay, we straight. It's my little brother fucking video game. Nigga playing Roblox and shit. That shit fucking up my stream. So I had to tell him, yo, get off the goddamn Wi-Fi. I had to tell him, get off the Wi-Fi, bro. This shit bugging. Boom. Where's that? Boom. Don't let them back down. I actually pushed them up. I mean, it's gonna be tough to push them up if you don't have the weight, you don't have the size. Mavericks on top. Yo, we could see. What would it be round 2? It would be Mavs versus Mavs is cooking the fucking Thunder. So we can see a Dallas Minnesota conference finals. Hey, I might fuck around and think the Timberwolves might win that shit. The Timberwolves might win because Ant said he's spinning the block for Bron. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, unless this shit was fake. But I seen some shit. It was like Ant had said since everybody be hating on Bron, everybody want to see him lose, and they keep beating Bron. He's like, bro, I need to go beat them niggas type shit. So most def, I ain't gonna lie, I want to see that shit happen. I think they really got a chance because they healthy this year too. People from Minnesota say pop. Is it just that? No way it's just Minnesota because they know that no way there's that many people from Minnesota. How to guard a great shooter while his pump fakes and shot fakes has he's in their bag. I mean, essentially, if they're a great shooter, you got to understand what you want to take away. If you want to take away the shot, you're going to take away the shot. But also at the same time, don't try to anticipate the shot. Meaning, if they're going to shoot, late hand, right? Late hand. Or try to find a telltale or an indicator that shows you, oh, they're not actually going to shoot. Because certain people will have their body in positions a certain way to where you know they won't go step up into a shot. But what they may do instead is this is only showing that they're going to hesitate. So like you can look at foot placement, hand placement, eyes, you know what I'm saying, body positioning, like little things like that. You could figure it out. Because at least for me, I've learned a bunch of moves. I don't really use them. I just really learned them for the movement portion of it, like how to navigate my body in those planes. It's not like I'm always trying to use them. But if it's called upon in the moment of a game, I may flow into it. But when I learn moves from an offensive perspective and understand, okay, this person needs to have this, and this correct, so then this shot could actually work and get into it. And now as a defender, if I see, okay, this is not working, then boom, okay, I could go ahead and adjust that. So it's like once you understand certain things on offense, it's going to allow you to be better on defense. And there's a clip I'm going to have at the very start of the breakdown on Jalen Brunson and the defender, Trevor Ariza, that's going to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how you could flip offense on defense and flip defense to offense. So a lot of y'all need to realize that too. Where was I at? I feel like I missed a question. Oh, Mike, you said, do you coach or something? I remember I read that. Do you coach? I mean, I do coach in this online aspect. You know what I'm saying? As a thought leader on social media, this is the main way as to which I coach. But I may start really doing some shit in person, like in my city. So you're going to see how that turns out. We're going to see how that turns out. Where was I at? Giannis Golden State. They're not breaking that team up right now. They're not breaking up that team yet, by the way. They are not going to break up the Milwaukee quite yet. Because they're going to be like, oh, damn, we just went through this year and everyone was injured. We lost. Like, they're going to have to go through another year of failure and being healthy for Giannis to be like, yo, get me the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Get me the fuck out. And I don't even think Doc was the right coach to have for this situation. I honestly think that the best thing they should have done is keep Mike Budenholzer. I don't know why y'all fired him in the first place. Y'all lost because Giannis was hurt. And because he had a whole bunch of family shit going on in the first round. So to fire him was stupid in the first place. Then you get Adrian Griffin, someone who has to now manage superstars. Couldn't do it. Fired him. Now you got to get Doc. And that's where you fucked up again. You got... it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Thankfully, I'm not from Milwaukee, nor am I a Milwaukee Bucks fan. I do want to see someone like Dame succeed, though. I do want to see someone like Dame get a ring. But if I had to want one person in the NBA to get a ring right now, it'll be Russ. Let me know who y'all would want to see get a ring right now. If y'all is like, we'll give him a great position to be able to get to the finals. Like everything aligns their way. Like someone gets ejected or someone just goes off for a game and then the ball bounces the right way every other game and then before you know it, they just rack shit up and they end up getting a chip. Let me know who y'all would want to see get a ring. Let me know who y'all would want to see. They said Cancun on 3 for real. I ain't gonna lie, Embiid about to go to Cancun with the knee brace on. Fucking knee sleep, bitch. Knee sleep. That fat ass knee brace he had on. Jill's barely running, bro. That's how you know he was hurt. He could even sprint. But he was tripping. What do you think about the Bucks elimination? They're hurt, so they're gonna make an excuse for it and be like, we'll come back next year. But in reality, they're gonna be dog water next year. I don't think Doc's really gonna be able to do much. Especially having Dame and Giannis. Like it's tough to be able to understand how to work with those two players. I had an electrolyte mix to my water. You could do that as well. Electrolyte mix to where it's not like I'm using Gatorade to then get the electrolytes where it also has a bunch of added sugars and bullshit. Like probably better to do that. Just pricey as hell. You said Pedialyte. The only time I ever used Pedialyte was when I was like sick as a jit, and my mom would be like, "Oh, you need to drink this water." And I never knew what the purpose of it was for, and I don't even think she really knew what it was for either exactly. But then as I continue to do like research, I'm like, oh, that shit just gives you like those electrolytes and those certain nutrients that you need when you're dehydrated. So, where was I at? No Gatorade. LeBron and other athletes drink Powerade and Gatorade. No, the fuck they don't. I can guarantee LeBron don't drink no Gatorade. I don't even need to see what's in LeBron's bottle to know he don't drink no Gatorade, because Gatorade is not good for you. There's a reason, like I said before, it's banned in like 150 countries. Let me actually search up the number right now. How many countries is Gatorade banned in? But look, let me make sure that it's shown on here. Not shown on here. Boom, look, peep this. What does it say? Common sports in the U.S., but Europe and Japan is banned. There's a reason you don't see that shit in Europe. One ingredient, I told y'all, BVO, brominated vegetable oil. I'm trying to tell y'all, why I don't know why you drinking some shit that's banned in like the biggest continent in the world and then another big country. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I don't know why you keep drinking this shit. Like, it's like eating pork. You know what I'm saying? I can like pork is low key terrible. Like pork, I can't even do pork. I only do like turkey bacon and shit. Like I can't do no pork. Pork is crazy, bro. I just when you really look at pork, it's like, what the fuck am I eating pork for? It's pig. There's no benefits to this shit. It's not lean. Like it only promotes hypertension, blood clots. Like, oh my gosh. Like I don't even know why this shit was even made. This shit's so goofy. When I see real bacon, I'm like, bro, get that shit out my face. I can't do that shit no more. Can't do it. But where was I at? I've been a Mad fan since I was 7. It's gonna be tough this year because y'all got to get through either Minnesota or Denver, and that's gonna be rough. And then someone asked me Minnesota or Denver. I ain't gonna lie, I low key want to fuck with Minnesota, bro. I'm fucking with Minnesota. I wish they had home court, but fuck, they don't got home court. Tyrese Gill, you said love your videos. Appreciate the support. Tyrese, appreciate the support. If y'all got any questions, by the way, let me know. If y'all got any questions, by the way, let me know. Yeah, it was Maddie VFX who said Minnesota or Denver. I'm rocking with Minnesota. Rocking with Minnesota, man. Y'all, KD get traded this was the last year on the contract. I ain't gonna lie. KD to the Lakers? KD to the Lakers? KD to the Lakers? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. KD to the Lakers? I wish. That shit'll be very, very interesting. But maybe KD to the Golden State Warriors again. That shit'll be crazy. If KD went to the Warriors again, wow. That shit'll be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Malcolm, you said when you're done hyper-focusing on each skill, do you restart again or stop hyper-focusing? I got an interesting concept that all y'all can learn from, not just about basketball, but about everything as a whole, right? If you're going to take note of something, take note of this. This is a gem. Life as a whole, you got to understand, being balanced and being focused, those are two opposites, right? They're two opposites. Because when you're in focused, you're out of balance. But when you're in balance, you're not focused. Because when you're balanced, you're distributing all that energy you have from focus and allowing yourself to just be attentive, right? Meanwhile, when you're focused, I'm gonna try not to use the word focused again. When you're focused, you're only aimed at improving or keeping your main point of attention on one certain thing, right? You're centralizing your attention. That's what it is, right? It's concentrated attention is now focus. And so what's going to end up happening is that in seasons, right? In certain periods of time, right? So say over the course of a year, you want to be balanced within courses of years and within seasons, but in moments you want to be focused, because when you centralize your attention and put it to one thing, that's when you're able to grow and get better at it. And so it may just be a constant shift of focus that in time, when you encapsulate all the time you spent on doing a certain thing, you will then be imbalanced, right? You let me know if you know exactly what I'm trying to say. You know exactly the concept I'm trying to say, but when you do everything, it'll be balanced. But at certain points in time, in the moment, you should have a focus so you can actually get better. Instead of trying to put your attention on a bunch of things and get minimally better at a bunch of things, right? It's going to be hard to really dive into nuances of 5 concepts at once, opposed to being able to just do it on one thing. So y'all got to get better at understanding, I got to be in focus at times. Like, this will not be the main driver, the number one thing right now, but maybe that's just for later, right? Maybe that may just be something for later. And so that was something I heard from somewhere that I thought about even more, and then realized it connects to everything you do. It's a universal concept. So lemon with water, I do drink lemon water. So every now and then I drink lemon water. I do drink lemon water every now and then. It's solid. Where was I at as well? Boom. Okay, you said, okay, let me go down to this other question. Does no fap help with basketball performance? All I can say about that is testosterone aids in your ability to recover. And so if you do have low levels of testosterone, so if you're constantly ejaculating all the time, your energy is gonna be low. There's a reason why you'll nut and you be feeling tired and shit. You know what I'm saying? You be feeling lazy, lethargic and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you do it crazy, if you do it frequently, by the way, if you do it all the time, you can't control yourself. That's where you even fucked up. Spiritually, you fucked up. Spiritually, you already fucked up. And so when it comes down to that, it's all about control. And y'all gotta understand that you gotta conserve and preserve your energy, because to overindulge in those sort of activities is very hedonistic. And when you understand that life is spiritual and not physical, and you're always indulging in physical activities, you're not really aiding towards anything and building towards nothing. So, but you said first thing you look at when you have the ball in ISO, spacing. I'll say spacing first thing. A lot of people probably think I gotta look at my defender, but probably look at spacing to understand what is open and where people are and what your outlets are. So I swear in Miami, LeBron was drinking Powerade Gatorade. I mean, he probably drinking Powerade Gatorade probably for the money. Maybe you see him in a sponsorship or something, but ain't no way he's drinking Powerade Gatorade, bro. Playing that long, you don't eat bacon? Fuck no, I eat turkey bacon. Turkey bacon, turkey bacon, turkey bacon. European Union is done for banning Gatorade. No, they are not. They are smart. Gatorade should be banned here too, but people like money. People like money, which is why it is not banned over here. Gonna get some reps in? Bet that, Mikey. Bet that, Mikey. He might have already slid out. Are you hypochondriac, meaning I have low blood pressure or some shit? Is that what that means? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I do not. Last time I had any sort of health screening, I've been solid, and anything I feel, I've been straight. You play basketball somewhere? I mean, at the gym when I go work out every morning, not anywhere professionally organized or anything like that. I could though, but I like coaching, bro. I told you I like what I do now way more than competing and being on a team and being in that environment. I want to help people more than I want to be able to just help myself and my immediate circle, my immediate team. So that's the reason why I'm not playing and why I do this, because I enjoy this more. Simple as that. A lot of people, it's hard for people to believe, but it's just, I just like this more, bro. I just like this way more. And when I think about a legacy, I would rather do it doing this than do it another way. Can you do a Kemba Walker video? That's some summer stuff. I got notes of players who to watch in the summer. So Kemba Walker is a player who I even watched in the Twitch days, but Twitch VODs are gone, so you can't really go back and watch that. I'm out. All right, I'm gonna catch you. Jit tweaking? What you mean jit tweaking? What you mean jit tweaking? We about to get into this breakdown. We locked in. Oh, let me peep the Discord right quick. I did say I need to peep somebody's film. Hold on. By the way, if any of y'all got film, right? All y'all watching, any of y'all got film, join the Discord. It's the second link in the chat, and I'll probably peep the Discord every stream. If not, about 2 out of 3 streams per week, and I'll get to y'all questions as often as I can. So you can send your film in. By the way, look, we got channels on the side, just chatting, workout logs, NBA, WNBA, college men, college women. Not too much chatter going on in here right now because we just getting started. There's like 530 people in here or so. But as it continues to grow, as you've seen just in times past, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be popular. So make sure you go join, send your shit through if you want to be able to get some gems in terms of your own game and how you can apply certain things. So you about to peep that right here. By the way, also here, jump shot, post-game report, film, music. I'm looking about to start getting active in there. And also you see a little nutrition channel in there too. But he said here too, is this counter really worth it in games? Talking about a spin. Y'all want to know something? Especially when it comes down to situations like this. A lot of the workouts that I would even do, and I could guarantee you like pros would even do, like especially in seeing just other people work out as a whole and hearing other people speak upon how they work out, they probably don't go through this many counters, especially at this building phase. And when you look at the greats, right? When you look at the greats, because if you want to get good, You could go and emulate the habits of someone who's just good, someone who's average. But if you want to become the highest level of yourself, you have to compare yourself to those who were able to reach that highest level. And so you just got to look at their process. You don't have to become them, but just look at their process and see how they do certain things, right? And so the person I just looked at was Kobe, right? He was someone who wasn't crazy talented, naturally gifted, someone who worked hard as shit, and he got himself to a skill level that puts him in the conversations as one of the most skilled players to ever play this game, right? To me, it was just as simple as that. You see it great, you see the process, you see who else has had the same process. Kobe learned his shit from Jordan. Then you seen all these other people come through and learn from Kobe, and then you seen what the results they did once they learned from Kobe. Then it was like, oh, that's how they train. I got to do the same thing. It's simple as that, right? And so, especially at the foundation phase of your game, where you're younger, teen years, you got to establish a good foundation, a good base for your game. You got to get really good at certain things, at a combination of things. And when I say combination, I mean maybe two to three things. So like you could have like a really good triple threat shot, and now you could use it out of various scenarios. You could be really good off the catch, and now you'll use that in various scenarios. You could have a good dribble pull up, use it in various scenarios. Have a good floater, use it in various scenarios. And so that requires a hyper focus and understanding, okay, I got to get not just good at the skill for my level of play, like high school or college or maybe even pro, whatever pro level might be at, or club level, right? You got to get good at it to a level where if it's a 3-point shot, I can knock this down 40%. If it's a mid-range shot, I'm knocking this down 50%. You know what I'm saying? If this is a floater, I'm pushing 50 to 60%. I'm getting that good at a skill. And that just only comes with repetition. And so when you try to layer too many counters on certain things in a workout, it's going to make playing in the game tough because you're going to try to think and pull back to only those things you've worked on. But if you did something like get really good at a general skill, like movement, you wouldn't have to worry too much about counters, and it more so becomes a mental complex in terms of what you could do in the game. So I'll say that. And being in these scenarios is not often in a game where you're going to catch on the wing, you know what I'm saying, drag, be slow a little bit, face up. It's going to be quick. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be in the offense. You know, when you're running the play, you get your catch, you got to make the look, you got to make the read, reach your defender. You have maybe about 2 to 3 seconds, so you don't got time to just sit here, stare down, and then be like, okay, I'm going to play one-on-one. You don't really got that time. And so you now have to just keep it really realistic. And so when it comes down to, say, a scenario like this, where you're working off a catch scenario, like this right here, you got to now look at someone like Allen Iverson, right? Watch someone like AI and see what he did every single time he got the ball off on the catch. The first look every single time for him, triple threat shot, pull up right there and then. Kobe, same thing. Jordan, same thing. All these players, like all the ones who actually are great scorers at multiple levels, in multiple facets, they all got that shot down pat, right? Because they don't need to take no dribbles. I don't need to lead you this way, lead you that way. I'll just pull and shoot this over you because I already got the space. And I have the speed, I have the control, and I'll just shoot this over the top of you, no problem. Bucket. You know what I'm saying? So situations like this is like, oh, I got to add that. Just simple as that. Kyrie, too. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, Kyrie is another one of them. You just get straight to his shit. So I wouldn't say to keep your layers or keep your counters fixated, but find the base. And then once you build the base, it's going to lead you to what counters you need next. Like I told y'all this before. Once you get really good at one thing, it's going to force you to expand your game. Like you'll have no choice. I don't think y'all understand this. When you get really good at one skill in basketball, when you hyper focus, it will force you to expand your game because the defenses will now begin to realize he's this good at this. Right? And it doesn't even take him much time to realize that. It'll be one quarter through. It'll be 2 minutes in the game. And they'll be like, he's a shooter. 2 minutes through the game. Oh, he's trying to get to the rim. He's quick. He could lay. He got a good float or whatever it might be. They'll realize that. And so that will get taken away immediately. And then that's the point as to what you begin to reflect, correct. And when you go into the gym, you add the next part of your game. Because once they begin to say, take away that shot, all right, now if I'm a really good catch and shoot player, I'll now, okay, get a pump fake, get a dribble pull up, or maybe get some floaters, depending on what I am comfortable with now once I add this next layer. right? If I'm really good at getting to the paint, getting to the rim, finishing there, and now they begin to back off on me, I need to get really good at becoming a set shooter. Meaning I could be able to just be in one spot. I got a gap, see the gap, feel the area, feel the room, shot, pull it, right? And then I could be able to increase the speed of that shot in time. Or maybe I use my speed to then get into a dribble pull up because I like the mid range. Because once I now decide to actually use my speed, get downhill, put my shoulder down a little bit, they break their base, boom, I stop, I get into a pull up, right? Or I learn how to pattern my float game into the same footwork as a dribble pull up, where I may not even need to use a dribble pull up like a Ja Morant. A lot of y'all don't even realize that. Like you look at someone like Ja don't shoot no mid-range jumpers because he just gets himself in floater range and stops himself the same exact way every single time, like he's taking a dribble pull up. You got to begin to get really good at something. I'm trying to tell y'all, get really good at something. Get really good at what you're already good at, right? Get great at what you're good at. And then after that, add the counters. After that, add the counters. Get great at what you're good at. Then add the counters. Y'all got to understand. Kuminga does that. Hey, Kuminga be getting that little midi. Kuminga been getting that little midi. That shit been tough. That shit been tough too. Am I one of the favorite followers? I'm on stream and videos even right now. I'm at my friend's birthday parties. I'm in the bathroom watching the stream. Hoes pulled up so I got scared. That's crazy dedication to self-investment, but he's definitely an OG. He's a loyal DOR member. Leo definitely is loyal. He one of them ones. But I didn't make the basketball team for JV. What should I do? Well, now you're probably thinking, should I stop hooping or should I continue hooping? Should I stop hooping because I'm just not good enough, or should I continue hooping and actually begin to work smart and work hard if I'm gonna actually go start hooping again, and not just do what everybody else has been doing? Because what everybody else has been doing, what 99% of people be doing of hoopers of what they do, is gonna just put you right back into 99%. But if you want to go up levels, you got to get to that 1%. You got to understand what that 1% does, and now you got to begin to change your habits. You got to begin to change your perception. And in order to change your perception, you now must change your thoughts. You must now control your thoughts. And once you begin to learn how to control your thoughts, no one can stop you. I can tell y'all that. No one can stop you because everything goes on within self. It's all about the self-wars. It's all about the self-wars, man. Damn, we an hour in. We need to get to this breakdown. I'm bugging. But what percentage should you go for when practicing skills? I mean, it depends. Are you doing something that you're already really, really good at? Or are you working on a weakness? Because if it's a weakness, it'll be low, but then as time progresses, you'll get better. Or if it's something you're really good at, it should be like, say, if you're really good at catch and shoot and you're doing a lot of that, probably be around 70-80%. But I don't even like track the total number of shots and makes that I have in a workout. I'll set a target for a certain spot, and I would have to make like 10 out of 12 or 9 out of 12. And then once I hit that target, then I'll move on, right? And that's for game speed stuff, right? When I'm working on game speed movements and all that stuff, I'll set a target and I'll have to make a certain number out of a certain number. So I'm not just trying to go for extremely large quantity, but I'm learning how to get really good with a lower quantity. Now I know in a game you may not shoot 12 of the same shots or 4 shots 3 times over, like I usually would do in like some of the series that I do, but it forces you mentally to put yourself in a point of, I now have this limit, and I now got to reach this in this limited amount. And it teaches you how to get really good with low quantities. And that's where a lot of people have difficulty transferring over their skill to real games, is that they cannot shoot with low quantities. They need a high volume. And that's what makes certain players inefficient and makes players streaky, because you may end up getting a high volume of shots and hitting them for one game, but then you're missing them the next. But then you may hit them again, and you may be even. But then next game you're just bricking all of them. So like you fluctuate too much. But once you get really good with low quantities, that's where you begin to hit that next level. Kyrie too, yeah. Kuminga, yeah. Talked about Kuminga. How to make the NBA from Europe? Well, that's a long journey to be able to get there, and then beyond that, beyond just making it from Europe to the NBA, making it from wherever you are to the NBA, that's a whole process. Right? And you got to enjoy the process of it, even if you want to get to the end goal, get to that result. So if you want to be able to get there, the first thing you could do now is live each day to its fullest. You got to maximize each day, meaning that I'm not just putting in the work, I'm also putting in the work to train my mind, right? Not just physically, but also mentally. I'm doing all the little things. I'm making sure I'm eating right. You got to start living as if you're an NBA player right now, instead of waiting to become an NBA player and then live like an NBA player. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is about to be a gym. We about to get into this breakdown, right? Take note of this. If you want to attain anything you want in life, you must become that person, do the action, then you will have the result. A lot of y'all think, oh, I will get the result, and once I get what I want, I'll become the person and I'll do the action. You got it all flipped. You got it all fucked up. You got it all fucked up. You must be, do, then have. So if you want to become an NBA player, you must be that right now in all your actions, all your habits, all your thoughts, everything you do. You must become that. Whatever you think it takes to be that person, or whatever you know it takes to be that person. Because you look at other people's processes, like Kobe, for example, right? You must be that in your own way, right? You don't literally have to become Kobe, but take certain things from his game and from his process and concepts that you can now incorporate. And now once you become that person on a day-to-day basis, you will end up having exactly what it is that you want in time. It's just that it's tough for a lot of people to become that and live according to that and stay disciplined to it. And so if there's anything that was a gym, that was a gym. You must be, do, then have. You got to become that person internally before you get anything externally. And the transaction between something going from internal to external is the action. Y'all got to understand, man. That's that do. That's that do. That do is the action. That's that transaction between the internal, the spiritual, the self-wars, to then you actually getting the exact thing that you want. To you getting the fruit. To you reaping the benefits of all that you've done thus far. So y'all got to understand that. Understand that's vital. How to get the Ant Edwards physique? Good luck, gang. Griffin, appreciate that sub. By the way, we hit 24,000 today. Kobe, 24,000 today. That's crazy. But what do you think your key thing was to become a shooter? Because you said that last stream, your best attribute is shooting. Honestly, I got a shit ton of reps in, and from what I know now, I wouldn't tell y'all to do exactly what I did, because for me to get from A to B, and B being my goal of being a knockdown shooter, I now know what I shouldn't have done and could have made that process more efficient. So I would say for me, I should have embraced the fact earlier of I shouldn't try to shoot like everyone else and figure out what shot works best for me. First things first, right? And now it's like, how do I find that shot? How do I see what actually works? How do I figure what shot works best for me? You now gotta, like doing the form shooting shit I tell y'all about. Getting those swishes, starting in your base, maintaining certain concepts, finishing in line with the rim, and then seeing what just kind of works for you. And then operating according to that and not trying to shoot like a particular player who has a completely different body and a completely different physique. And so it's important to understand that everyone's going to have some sort of personalization to their game, and no one can be the same. And so once I began to embrace the fact of that towards my junior year, maybe a little bit in my sophomore year, a little bit, like at times though, I still was a little shaky, and I was like, yo, it's not working, and it kind of fucked me up. But ultimately, like, I was able to just stay on course and just be me. So that was one. Two, I wish I would have trained more for functional strength. I definitely believe that I was stuck in y'all's shoes. The reason I tell y'all not to try to go in bulk is because when I was in high school, I always try to bulk. But, so I would do things like bench press, upper body shit, curls, triceps, all that shit. And I had a superstition. I was like, I shoot solid now, but if I don't do this, I'm scared that if I stop, I'm going to get worse. But not realizing that if I stopped, I was going to get better. Because I didn't understand the concept of that I must now do something I've never done to get somewhere I've never been. I never understand that concept. So I now must break the habit and break the concept and the idea that I need to always lift this upper body so I have the strength to go and shoot. But in reality, if I began to train more for functional strength, when I was at that point in time, everything would have been much more consistent. Because consistency was one thing I struggled with as a shooter. And I genuinely believed it boiled down to the fact that since I was always lifting upper body, since I always had to repair my muscles in terms of my upper body, my chest, back, bicep, triceps, it made my shot inconsistent because my muscles were never really consistent in themselves. I was always trying to put on new muscle. I was always breaking down my muscle, putting on new muscle, rebuilding. And so to be able to tap into that muscle memory consistently, it was tough. And I think that was one thing physically that stopped me. And then mentally, I'd also say this. I wish I would have more of a fuck it meter. My fuck it meter was a little higher. I had it. I was able to activate it sometimes, but I put in so much damn work. My meter should have been like maxed out. So it was like, I wish I would have had more of that. So, but ultimately, it got me to where I am today. So I can't really knock it for anything. So I can't enter the Discord. What happened? I haven't had anyone say they can't enter Discord for a while. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that answered your question. A little love for the game this past season because of bad coaches and teammates, which I feel like made me less motivated to work out. Moving teams next year. How do I gain this back? You leave exactly what was there where it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what all those things that were tied to the coaches that you play with, the players that you play with, the gyms that you played in, the basketball that you played with, leave it there and move on to something new. Leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Actually, don't even leave it there. Take that shit and throw it away. Like, that's not me. That's not a part of who I am. That's not what I do. Don't connect yourself with who you were in the past and use your past as a lesson to then guide yourself to new blessings. So, we about to get into this breakdown, though. It's been a little minute. Let me start pulling some of this stuff up. We've been live for an hour. Low-key been bugging. But let me get that pulled up right quick. Let me get a couple of other stuff pulled up. Get that pulled up. You then do the capture. Do the capture. That's all you gotta do. Shooting in chaos and training. You need to, but you must be prepared for it. Like, it shouldn't just be anybody shooting in chaos and workouts if you're not at the level to do so. Like, if you still have problems shooting a consistent shot and like maintaining your form, you shouldn't be doing that stuff. You need to be working on the form and making that consistent. But if you're someone who already has that form down packed and the problem that you have is just knocking down shots and the game speed and the rhythm, then I would say definitely need to work on shooting in chaos. That's something I always tell y'all. Get comfortable with chaos. I've said that numerous times. Get comfortable with the chaos. And once you get comfortable with the chaos, it's going to be tough. But let me get this posted, though. Let me get this posted right quick. Hey, by the way, I don't know if y'all probably did not peep, but Richard Jefferson commented on my Instagram post. Richard Jefferson commented. Peep this. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see it. I don't got shit on here. But boom, look, peep that. Richard Jefferson, you know what I'm saying? Richard Jefferson, everybody be trying to question how I think, question my IQ. He aligned exactly with what I said. He supported exactly what I said. People was like, no, that's too deep. What are you talking about? He was like, it is that deep. Because it's, you know what I'm saying? It's all the factors that go into the game. So as time goes along, all y'all going to see is more and more people back my IQ. And even if I'm wrong at times, I will learn from it. I don't think I'm always going to be right. I'm probably going to be wrong sometimes, but I can tell you that I'm always going to learn from what I done seen. So let me get this posted up, though. Let me get this posted up on the gram. By the way, I might fuck around and do a Kobe giveaway very soon. I just seen the price for some Kobe's. I was like, shit, I may have some money to be able to do a Kobe giveaway for somebody. I may fuck around and do that shit on Patreon. But let me find a clip right quick of Jalen Brunson. Let me get this. Oh, fuck around and get the first play. Jalen Brunson. Get that. Got that. Got that. Got that. Let's get that there. Let's go there. Let's get that link. Let's copy the link. Let's go back to Instagram. Drop the link. And then we could put that there. there, then we go right there, and then we go right there with it. And then we about to start this breakdown expeditiously. There we go. All right, we locked in. A little long overdue, but I just had to drop some gems to start the stream. Had to drop some gems. So how do you weight train for strength on the court to compete, but not so much that you mess up your shot? Minimal effective dose. It's a concept where you do just as much as you need to get all that you need for what you do. Right? Let me repeat that. You do just as much as you need to get all that you need for whatever it is that you do. So training in a way as to which you're targeting the muscles that you actually do need, and any excess muscle that you may be targeting, like and trying to get, like say if you're really trying to get a strong chest, you could do it lightly, but just don't do it heavily. And I was doing upper body like 3 times a week. Should have been maybe doing it twice a week. And the way I was lifting upper body, I should have incorporated more aspects of basketball in terms of that. So like incorporating transverse rotation when it comes in a shoulder press, or when I'm doing a row, or when I'm doing like dumbbell rows or some shit, mixing in the concept of like single leg balance and maintaining posture and postural stability when I'm doing certain things. So like doing not multi-joint workouts kind of would help a shit ton. And that's something I got to get better at myself. Like I got to get a deeper bag of multi-joint workouts, or multi-skill workouts, let me say, where you're working on multiple skills in just one workout in itself. So now you're getting more bang for your buck. So let me see what's here. Okay, opinion on good drills. What you mean good drills? Is that like someone's YouTube or something? Everybody workout, but my shot has felt more inconsistent than usual, as it should. You put on all this muscle, but you don't know how to control it. Which is why I said me always doing upper body messed up my shot, because putting on this new muscle constantly and then breaking it down and putting more muscle on, you're adding more muscle you now have to incorporate into your muscle memory. So now think about this. I have this new muscle, but I do not have my nervous system doesn't have the capacity to control it in the manner I need to shoot this jump shot that has to be so graceful every time I shoot it in order for it to work. There's so many working parts that if one part is off just by this much, it's not going to work. So now if you're adding all this muscle, think about what's going to happen to your jump shot. It has to be so graceful. It's so sensitive to minor changes. So now if you make a major change, GG's, it's going to be tough. Guy called Good Drills everyone Insta. I don't really be peeping. I don't be on the gram like that. Or I don't be scrolling through the gram. Let me say, I don't be scrolling through the gram and like looking at explore pages and whatnot. Just because I be focused on like my own personal stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Prioritizing self and that self-growth. Things that are going to accumulate and help me solve the problems I have, and help me solve y'all problems as well. Because I don't even think y'all understand. The problems y'all have are the things I obsess over. Like, I'll be sitting here and thinking like, bro, I seen him send this clip in the Discord, but like, how could I train, and what workouts could I begin to post, and how could I layer these workouts so this person could be able to get better and better and improve their movement, so like they don't got to worry about that movement shit like I did when I was in high school. How could they improve their handle? I can improve their shot. Like, how could I be like, I'd be obsessing over this shit all day. And if it's not that, it may be something oriented towards business or something towards life, but I don't even think y'all understand, bro. Like, my mind just be racing sometimes. Like, I'll be like, yo, this person did that, boom. Like, it's ridiculous. If I took y'all through my thoughts throughout like my study periods, that shit would be insane. Like, y'all be like, what the fuck? Y'all be like, what the fuck are you thinking? What's going on with him? But, oh yeah, we about to peep. We got to get started. Let me pull my chair up right quick. Boom, and get some water. The fact Curry, KD, and Bron not in the playoffs is crazy. Hey, times has changed, bro. Times has changed. Times has changed, my guy. Times has changed. So, let's get cooking with Jalen Brunson, bro. It's been a little long overdue. Let me post in the Discord, too. Let me post in the Discord. Let me let Discord folks know what's going on. Breakdown. Give me literally like 10 seconds. starting now. Boom. Get that. Get that. Get that. Get that. All right, we locked in. Locked in. Make sure y'all got a notebook out for anything that I do say. But the most important thing y'all gotta make sure you understand when I do these breakdowns is that when I talk about a concept that relates to one of y'all, like one clip, make sure you really dive into that clip and even go and try to do your own research. Like when I say do your own research, think about players who do that skill well too, and then go watch for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started though. I'm also gonna be supposed to be in the bathroom 20 minutes. All right, bet though, Leo, bet that too. But Jalen Brunson, we did quite a few Jalen Brunson breakdowns, but it ain't gonna be compared to something like this. So first things first, 41 piece against Philadelphia 76ers. And so the one thing about Jalen Brunson's game is kind of peculiar. It's a mid-range, right? I got to talk about the mid-range to start. There's a couple things within his game that's like, how does he get that shit off? But yeah, he gets that shit off. And so with Jalen Brunson being a 6-foot point guard, the one thing that's very prominent in his game is the mid-range. And now being 6 foot, it's like, how the hell you get that shit off in such close quarters? Watch the little details like this right here, right? Notice, Jalen Brunson now gets Tobias Harris to then slide, and now notice on the spin. He ends up dropping back, boom, fade, bucket. There's little things in there that you just don't see. Little things that you just don't see, and little things that must be emphasized. And so realize this, right? Realize this. Jalen Brunson at this point in time, 5 seconds on the shot clock, right? And so notice, push cross happens. Jalen Brunson gets into the spin. And now watch Tobias Harris's left hand, right? Watch his left hand. He ends up reaching, but he misses. And then he tries to contest. Watch what Jalen Brunson did on that spin, though. Watch where he put the ball. Because when Jalen Brunson decided to make this spin, he put this ball in alignment with that right hip. And so now when Tobias Harris decides to go and reach, guess what? He misses. And by missing on that reach, you now have to bring that hand from your pocket back up high to that contest, and now you're late, and he's on that fade, and he is able to get that down. That ball protection is vital if you want to be able to shoot in the mid-range and actually get shots up. So take note of that. Add that to your game. Let's keep it pushing. This is going to be a banger? Of course. And that play right there is tough. Let me slow this down. I got to go 0.5 with this clip. I got to talk about DiVincenzo, because DiVincenzo, he been sniping. DiVincenzo been sniping. So peep this, right? So look, I have to start right here. So look, watch this. So Jalen Brunson gets off the screen. He no-looks that to DiVincenzo. When DiVincenzo catches this, watch what he's going to do. He's going to hop up. Why did he hop up? Because notice this step right here by Oubre. He takes a step out to that deep corner, thinking that DiVincenzo was where he saw him most recently. But now since he stepped up, he now has to step back down and then get back up to his body. And now DiVincenzo created space off the catch. And that's something y'all got to get better at. Creating space off the catch, utilizing the momentum of the ball, and utilizing your feet to get yourself into space so you can shoot open shots. And let me talk. I got to talk about Embiid. By the way, it's not just Jalen Brunson. I got to talk about Embiid. I got to talk about some of the shit that was going on in this game, because I could not just let shit like this pass. So this is one of the reasons of Joel Embiid's playoff performance. So understand this, right? When Embiid sets this screen right here and he rolls, that exactly right there is why Joel Embiid and the Sixers struggle in the playoffs. You got to understand. Look at Embiid's eyes. Look at his eyes. When he catches this, his first look is the rim. But when you decide to go first look at the rim, already knowing that the Knicks are going to pre-rotate, they're going to already be there when you get there. You've already got to look for the pass. And as a result, what occurs? He decides to pump fake, hesitates, and then throws a pass out to Tobias Harris. Doesn't even make it to Tobias Harris. Throws it way too high. So his thought process has to go from, instead of, all right, how could I get here and look for my shot? How could I be able to get here and immediately find the open man? Because being this early in the game, they're going to be sharp in their rotations. They're going to be sharp. So now it boils down to you finding the open man and taking advantage of the defense who was at a disadvantage. Yo, what's good, Will? I don't think I can replicate a lot of things Brunson does. It's not my style. There'll be a little stuff within this breakdown you can replicate. I can guarantee you that. Like this play right here. You know what I'm saying? I'd be putting some generalized stuff that's just not purely Brunson. It's mostly Brunson, but not purely Brunson. So understand this, right? Notice. Watch Maxey as he's with DiVincenzo, right? He ends up going high, chases over, blows up that screen the first time. DiVincenzo spins around. He blows up that screen the second time. And as a ball handler, you can't panic here because third time's the charm. And now if Hartenstein flipped that screen, Maxey can get hit. And just by DiVincenzo staying patient and waiting for himself to get an angle to where Maxey could get clipped, allowed him to get open on that other side of the screen. And so that's vital to be able to do if you want to be able to actually get off screens and get good looks and get clean angles. Staying patient. And also your screener staying patient and then re-screening. That's vital. Low-key clicked that wrong. You're not Maxey. Bro, we got to do this again. We got to do this again. You got one, depending on what you send next, depending on the next message you send will determine whether or not you may get banned. So we're going to see what's going on. Shit. We doing this again, bro. We doing this again, dog. We doing this again. He could even last 30 seconds. Should I ban him? Should I ban? I'm considering. Let's see. You've got the most timeouts in DOR stream history. You got 2 timeouts. It's not often I time people out. You got the most timeouts in DOR stream history. I have no clue. I can't tell you, Bryce. Bryce, I have no clue. I've never timed so many times. I ain't gonna lie. The most in history. You got 2. You like Draymond Green in this joint, dog. Like you Draymond Green in stream, bro. He's a stream Draymond Green, bro. I don't know how this transpires every time. Hit him with a band hammer. Come on, man. What did he say, bro? He just coming here trolling. Like we trying to lock in. We got people in here trying to get better. And you coming here trolling, bro. We trying to drop gems and you coming here trolling, man. Five minutes. I gave 5 minutes. Ban him for 5. We're gonna see what happens when we come back. We're gonna see what happens when we come back. Hopefully you learn. You ain't playing no more. Alright. We gotta lock it. We gotta lock in. Every time in the stream, you're not gonna lie. Hey, he pulled up, but it's not like he hating or some shit. Nigga just be out here trolling for no reason, bro. Like, come on, man. What you doing? Perma? Alright. I got you next time, bro. That's 3. Like after 3, bro. Like, come on, man. I'm not someone who got a like a short temper or anything like that. So it's like, come on. He just do this shit every time. It's disturbing the peace. So let's get back to Jalen Brunson. So now, anytime Jalen Brunson is gonna get downhill, you got to understand the fact of what he's reading, so you can understand what he's going to do. So when he ends up turning this corner here, notice what Embiid is going to do. He's going to step in, which shows you that at 6 foot, I can't finish at the rim. So what now must I do? If I want to be able to at least get to my buckets and be able to score, instead of trying to get as far deep down as I can, I turn this corner, I seek contact with Oubre, put him in jail, and watch the movement that he does as he continues to go down. By Jalen Brunson taking this one step right here, that gives him all the space he needs, because notice where Oubre is going to go. He's going to go outside where that foot was so that he could get back in front, but Brunson goes back into a step back, which makes these moves so tough. He covers space and takes it up, so then you have to navigate around it, and he goes the opposite direction. So his mid-range shot just gets extremely difficult to contest. This play is tough. This play's tough. I want y'all to notice this is about to be a chain reaction. Watch this, right? Look. Watch Josh Hart. Josh Hart points right. Mitchell Robinson points right. That told Mitchell Robinson right there off this screen that he has help going to his right. And Jalen Brunson, whoever's picking up on Tobias, right? So now when Tyrese Maxey turns this corner, he knows that he doesn't have too much room on this right side. And also, since he's turning this corner and going left off a ball screen, and as a righty player, he can't really throw this pocket down here. So when I drop, I got to keep my hands up here so I can get this, a steal. Smart basketball. That's something which is definitely in the game plan, where you're looking at players and you're understanding which direction they're coming off the screens and how they like to throw passes. And now you put your hands there so you can be able to anticipate those passes. And now they got that stop. And they ended up getting this right here from Anunoby, which is a foul by Embiid. Boom. Hated it, but he pushed him in the back. No cap. You're already on good speed. But peep this. Embiid once again. If Embiid continues to do this in the playoffs, they just not gonna win, bro. Just notice how hesitant he is. So notice this right here, right? Maxey gets off the screen. He now gets 2 on the ball. And now Embiid once again on the short roll step up. And by looking to shoot as soon as you catch, you hesitate. DiVincenzo here double team. And now pass telegraphed. And they're able to get right back matched up. And now even notice what happens on this weak side. Look at this, right? You got Maxey who drives left. And now, boom, you got 3 defenders on this left side and 2 offensive players. You got an advantage on the other side. But Maxey ends up getting down late in the shot clock. You can't take advantage of the advantage you created. Can't get no points. And now even here, they was cooking at the start of the game. 24-9 right here, bucket by DiVincenzo. They was getting cooked. I was like, damn, this shit really could have got ugly. But they got right back into the game. But this is why this series got ugly, man. Oh, man. The main reason why this series was the Knicks in 6 was because plays like this. Watch this. Brunson on the shot. No one boxes out Josh Hart, right? No one. Watch this. Watch this again, bro. Watch this. Shot goes up. Look at Maxey. Look at Harris. That's not going to do enough. You need your whole body on someone like Josh Hart. No Diddy. So now what ends up occurring, DiVincenzo ends up getting the offensive rebound. Float. Embiid, you the biggest dude on the floor. Get your body on somebody. No body on Mitchell Robinson. Now you end up kicking out to Jalen Brunson. And y'all got to understand this when it comes to his finishing. Jalen Brunson don't need a lay. He don't need to get these lays around the rim like that. He's not as acrobatic. He's not that athletic. What he does instead, when he gets these blow-bys, he makes sure that I could be able to cut back in front of you. Right? Understand. Is that I'm not going to try to go blow by you, no contact. I need to keep that contact engaged so I can be able to get you on my tail side when I get into these floaters and not take up room on the big who's coming to protect the rim. And that's how he's staying efficient around the rim every single time. Hey, I had to say no Diddy. Hart averaged like 8 boards. Bro, he averaged like 8 offensive rebounds, Bill. 8 offensive rebounds alone, which is ridiculous. And I'll peep this with Brunson. Little plays like this. Sometimes you don't got to do shit. Sometimes you ain't got to do shit, bro. Look, understand. Now, at times, being a scorer like Jalen Brunson, you just don't got to do nothing. All you got to do is run, stand like it's cardio, right? Understand, he runs this right lane. Hart got the ball, right? Watch campaign. He hesitates to help, gets right back to Jalen Brunson. Hart curls right back along that baseline. Anunoby, tax middle. Where's campaign? Attached to Brunson. He ain't got to do nothing. He's just allowing his teammates to cook and do what they need to so you don't have to do so much yourself. When you begin to play the game to win and not play the game for you and I and the buckets I get, then you'll cherish plays like this. 17 rebounds a game. Bro, he had like 14 in this game. He had 14 in this game. I think he had what? Yeah, he had 14. I think probably had like 4 offensive, 5 offensive, which is ridiculous because still no one boxed out, which is absolutely absurd, bro, absolutely absurd. So let's keep it going though. So let me put this in full speed. Actually, because this is a gem. So I believe this is a gem. This is the correct play I'm thinking of. So here, when you got someone like Josh Hart who's gonna take these shots, see him off the glass, and not even just try to get the rebound, but hustle and make plays like that, you got to reward him some way, somehow. Now, how is that? Next play down, right? You got Jalen Brunson, clear out that left wing, right? DiVincenzo, you go down. I get the screen. And even though I end up getting this mismatch with Paul Reed, I decided to say, let me not even try to go cook myself. You've been hustling all game. I need to get you some looks, Josh Hart. He steps into that three with that loaded help. Boom, bucket. Preparation for what's even going to happen later in that game. You got to trust your teammates. You got to reward them for the efforts that they put in on the defensive side and even on offense at times. And if that means you got to pass up a couple yourself, you got to pass up a couple yourself. Just so you can keep them engaged. Whether they make it or miss it, they got a touch and they had an opportunity. And they can't say you didn't give them opportunity. That's the most important part of it. They can't say, oh, I ain't getting no opportunity. You ain't passing me the ball. You wasn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. That's also, bro, you got to love it. Exactly. Cavs Magic, who you got? Hey, at home, I got Orlando today at home. Game 7. We going to Game 7. We going to Game 7. I got us at home. We won the last 2 home games by like 20 or 30. So, now with Brunson. So, now, coming off this handoff, right? Switch right there with Campaign. Watch Campaign's head. Watch where he turns to. He turns right, realizes I got Oubre right there to plug in that middle. So now where am I going to lead Brunson? To that middle, right? And that's Jalen Brunson's left hand, though. That's where he messed up. Because now going to his strong hand, his dominant hand, is going to make it easier for him to do exactly this. When he has gaps here, for him to navigate through that, make his body skinny, and get fouls. You're like, where'd the foul happen? This is where the foul happened. Right, notice right here. This move right there. The ultimate foul bait glitch. The low rip through. If y'all don't have it, y'all need it, especially as a small guard. Get that low rip through, you're going to get so many fouls. It's insane. People don't know how to stop themselves. Do it every time. I promise it's going to work. And not every time. Actually, matter of fact, I take that back. Not every time. But it's going to work oftentimes. When you use it at the right times, and don't try to force it. Actually go into a gap that has room. Go into a gap that has room. Don't try to force yourself into a gap that's not there. Are you streaming Cavs games? I can't stream games right now. I could possibly do that in the future. You know what I'm saying? I've had some opportunities, some talk, some ideas, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I want y'all to peep this as well. This is a gem. So notice, right? The first thing you do when you get the ball is not look at your coach and see what play to run. It's do this right here. Jalen Brunson gets his catch, eyes is up. He's reading the defense. Oubre saying get to that left side. And now what ends up occurring on this left side is that you got Campaign and Oubre who are both matched up on DiVincenzo. He's counting numbers, right? And so what ends up occurring, Josh Hart has no man. I swing that to Josh Hart. He attacks. And after he attacks, kick out to DiVincenzo. Boom, they end up getting this shot from that wing bucket. Always read numbers before you decide to go and read the floor and see what you have for yourself. Before you decide to be a robot and try to only do what someone says. Be a player. Read the floor. See things for yourself. And now this right here is a gem. This right here is a gem. This right here is a gem. So peep this. I got to go from the start. Look. Watch Brunson, right? He tells Josh Hart, go to that left side. Me? Yeah, go to that left side, nigga. All right, come up on this side. DiVincenzo, you come up high, right? And now spacing the floor this way, telling Hart to get to that left, DiVincenzo to come up and set this screen. This now has opened up this right side for me to push cross and get into my bag, which is boom right here, step back to this baseline, I get to my bucket, and that's how scorers get to their spots. They establish spacing on the floor, and then they get to their spot once they open up the space for their spot. Perfect for a player like Jalen Brunson. That right side empty, right corner empty, buckets all day. Now, I want to talk about defensive rotations right quick. DiVincenzo, nice. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. DiVincenzo, even the past couple of years, like with Golden State, I feel like Golden State helped him a lot in terms of his confidence as a shooter. Because he wasn't shooting like he does with New York prior to his time when he was with Golden State. Because Golden State was like, yo, shoot that shit. And now he came to New York and they're like, yeah, yo, shoot that shit. So now he really shooting that shit. And like he really letting that shit off. So Brunson does that screen reject for him on the right side all the time. He's like, exactly, bro. Exactly. So he be doing that little push cross and all that little shit. So I don't know if everybody hear me. I like basketball tennis. Just chill when you in the streams, bro. Just chill, man. Just chill. What are your thoughts on Rob in the NBA? Rob Dillingham? You talking about Rob Dillingham? I could only assume you're talking about Rob Dillingham because that's who y'all be fucking with all the time. So if it is Rob Dillingham, he in the right place with the right team, he gonna cook because he is able to play and not necessarily think too much of all his mistakes. Like, he has short-term memory. I made a clip about that, but it goes so much deeper than that one play in itself. Is that he may get scored on 10 times, 15, 20, but he'll come back on the offensive side and get straight to his shit. And when you play in a more spacious offense, in a more free offense that's not college, it's gonna be tough to cover him. And once he kind of just learns how to get straight to his spots and learn how to go and attack certain defenders, right with the right situation, you're gonna be tough. It's extremely tough to stop. So let me get to this though. I think he could do good. He could do really good. Depends on where he goes to. So I want y'all to repeat this. This is vital. This is understanding defensive rotation. So notice this. I may play this first. I may play this through the first time, right? So y'all could see what I want to show y'all at the end of this clip, right? And the one thing I want to show y'all is not really about the bucket. I want y'all to watch Josh Hart, right? So notice. Swing pass from Harris to Buddy Hield. Watch Josh Hart. He's like, what the hell happened? You happened. You got to adjust this, right? Look, got to slow this down. So now I'm going to go 0.67, get right back here to the start. So understand this. So with Embiid now, boom, right here. Now, with Embiid now with Hartenstein in the post, Anunoby on that double team. And the second that you see this pass begin to go to Tobias Harris and Brunson begins to go to Harris to close out, Josh Hart should automatically think, I got to get to Buddy Hield, because now where Anunoby is going to get matched back up to will be this dunker instead of having him go from block to corner. And so the only pass that really is a logical option from Harris here is to Buddy Hield instead of Tyrese Maxey, who has DiVincenzo, and that's why he did not double team. And so by this time, Josh Hart should already be moving. But Josh Hart didn't move to Buddy Hield until that pass was already getting thrown from Harris to Hield. Hield should be going to Hield while that pass was going to Harris. And then you could match up immediately like that. And you won't have to worry about that rotation right there. And the only reason as to which he may have been angry at that and frustrated is because what's going to happen this next play, right? What's going to happen this next play? And so understand, Hart was mad that this right here. Their game plan might have been not to double team. Anunoby probably double teamed off an instinct. And that may have not been the game plan. And they're playing Hartenstein in the one-on-one, but you're going to get cooked. And that double team was completely logical. And if you're trying to play Embiid one-on-one, I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me. Kind of crazy. Because you could rotate immediately after that. It's like a wheel. It's like a little clockwise rotation. Anunoby drops down. Brunson goes up. Hart goes to the corner. Like a little wheel, little circle. You know what I'm saying? And if they're able to do that, literally you're right back to where you need to be, and the ball is out of the best player's hands. And that's an easy rotation. You just have to be able to anticipate that closeout. So you said Rob Wright the third is one to keep an eye on next season. What's up with all these Robs? What's up with all these Robs going on, man? These Robs about to just start popping up out of nowhere, man. We about to have a Rob every year. But Pete, this is what can I do to improve my IQ pass and facilitate the ball? I mean, that's a very generalized question. Give me a scenario as to what you fuck up in, and then maybe I can help you with that. They just so tough. All right, let's get back to this, though. Let's get back to this. So, look, it's important to know who you want to attack in our offense. Brunson got that hand loaded up right here. What are you about to do? He about to tell somebody to do something. Get down. Talking to Hartenstein. Because if Hartenstein comes up and sets the screen, then Joel Embiid is going to be in a drop. And Jalen Brunson may just not like that as much as what he has here with Josh Hart. Notice, right? He called for this screen from Josh Hart, and you have the possibility for a switch if Oubre does get screened well. But what ends up occurring, Oubre chases over the top, clean. Let me get the screen again to see if I can get a switch. But instead, let me leverage the gravity, double cross. Hit that to that right side. I get into the paint, and I don't even try to get to the rim because I just need my space in the mid-range because I'm not acrobatic and athletic enough to finish all the way at the rim. He always gets to his spots every time. Every time he gets to his spots is crazy, but this is just practice skill. And so understand the skill of just getting to his spots in this downhill situation. So once he gets here, Oubre broke the base, right? First things first, he broke the base. But notice the contact that's going to occur. He's not going to try to go out wide and try to get around somebody and try to, you know what I'm saying, navigate around and avoid contact, he's gonna seek it like that right there with that shoulder, and then after that, that chicken wing dead dribble into that step back, and then he has all the room he needs. Getting his buckets from the mid range. Y'all gotta seek that contact if you even want to be able to somewhat emulate Jalen Brunson. And out here, you gotta know this. You gotta know this. You gotta know this. You gotta know this. I'm telling y'all. Been trying to tell y'all. If y'all don't get spacing, you can't cook. Watch what Brunson does, right? He tells Anunoby to clear out from that corner, right? And now once he gets off this Iverson cut, he's now able to catch, and he can now turn this corner right here to his left side, to his left hand, and get to that left hand floater and one bucket. You need to get spacing if you want to cook. It's the main ingredient to cook. You need spacing. If you don't get spacing, you're not cooking. Simple as that. You just simply cannot. You cannot. You need spacing, man. And out here too, I want to talk about Hartenstein, bro. He's somebody that's like, yo, he's sorry as shit. But you need someone like Hartenstein, bro. The little things he does to get people open. The little things he does. So, understand. This little action going on his right side, right? Brunson's got Lowry, ends up switching here with Maxey, and now he comes up from inside that arc into a handoff. And notice what happens here. Maxey meets him on this other side. And so now Brunson wants to rescreen, and notice what Maxey now does. He jumps that rescreen, and watch what Hartenstein does. He rescreens like that. He stays so patient and just waited for Brunson to then make his go to set a screen that could get Maxey hit, and he gets out into space and is able to get his three off against that drop coverage. You need players like Hartenstein who are going to want to invest into themselves and develop the IQ necessary to set good screens for their scores. And if you got players who don't even want to set a screen to help get somebody open, and they don't even understand the fact that they might get themselves open, they already think too close-minded. They just will not succeed in the game. Because when you set a good screen and you do it frequently, you'll end up getting yourself open. You see that with Golden State all the time. Everybody screens for each other, and everybody finds themselves open at some point in time. Even Steph himself, who you know you should never let go. Even Klay himself, who you know you should never let go. Even the KD, when he was there and still in the time in this game, you should never let go. They find themselves open by setting good screens. I've had 15. Life, again, look, we can talk about that a little later. But what was even on the play? You don't get to look at the other side of things. Let me say this. Everybody has something they're blessed at. Everybody has some sort of superpower that's bestowed within them. It's just about your ability to tune into your oneness and understand who you are and what you're here to do, and not try to compare yourself to everybody else, right? There's a reason why comparison is the thief of joy, is one of the main quotes that you always hear in life. Because when you begin to look at what everybody else has, you don't even begin to realize the fact of the shit that they don't have, right? Have you ever begin to think about all the shit that comes with LeBron James being LeBron James? Y'all think it's all sunshine and roses and millions of dollars and no problems. There's a reason. Also, this phrase goes around: more money, more problems. And there's just as much positives to anything that's good as there is negatives. And so y'all got to understand, the only reason you want to compare yourself to other people and think they have it better is because you see what they don't have. You're not able to see all the things to which that come with their lifestyle, come with the things that which they got. And so regardless, if you think, I'll take whatever it is that they have, you're just not appreciative of the life that you live and understand how precious life is in itself. And so you always want to compare yourself and think everybody got everything perfect, but I guarantee you, if y'all were to live a day in like LeBron's shoes, live a day in like fucking Stephen A. Smith's shoes, like that shit is a lot more than you think it is. It's not just I show up on TV and I do this and I go home and there's so much shit that goes on behind it. Even with me, it's not like I just show up and stream. There's not anything I have to deal with. I have to deal with certain shit that deal with myself, the self wars. You know what I'm saying? And learning myself and learning from my past and all this other stuff. So you gotta appreciate the life that you live. If you never appreciate the life that you live, you're just gonna live a life of misery. Simple as that. God has a plan for everybody. It's just not a lot of people will tune in and trust in it. You know what I'm saying? Trust in it. They can't remain patient enough and can't do the work enough. But let me get some water right quick. This is tough. This play is tough. This play is tough. So let's get back to this though. Y'all gotta understand this. This is vital. So notice, right? Look at Harris and Oubre, right? They both point switch, right? Oubre is waiting for DiVincenzo on that left side, and Harris is waiting for DiVincenzo on that right side. But what did DiVincenzo do? Right? What did DiVincenzo do? Knowing the fact that they're going to switch, he decided to stay in the middle, hide behind Brunson, who's now cutting in front of him, and now takes the shot and hides right there, and then ends up getting that bucket. If people are switching in handoffs, that is a shot you gotta add. Add that shit to your bad watch. It's like shooting underneath when someone goes underneath the screen, or when they try to jump a screen, or like a flare screen when you flare screen out. Add that shit. You need it. Why do you drink so much water? I mean, I'm talking like a motherfucker, one. And two, you just need water. You just need water. It's vital, you know? So, another gem. With all the gravity, I should say. I was about to say all the Brunson. I'm feeling dyslexic for a second. But peep this. Notice, with all the gravity Brunson has, anytime he drives, he's going to pull more than just his defender down. He's going to pull some help in, right? And now Embiid, he pulls down. He goes deeper. And this is where the big comes into play. And they must have this one shot. Or else, the game's going to be about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 times harder, right? And so now Hartenstein ends up stopping short. Boom, gets here at the free throw line, float. I guarantee you, man, think about this. I don't know if you thought about this. If Draymond Green decided to develop a floater, how many points per game do you think he'll score? How many points per game do you think he would average if he got a floater? Going from what, like 7? And then he just short rolls into that float and doesn't always have to pass? Oh, he getting double digits. He getting about 14, 15 a game. No cap. 3 floaters. 1, 2, 3. 12, 13 a game or so. Right? He will be worth way more than he has now just off the fact he got a floater. If Rudy Gobert got a floater. That's a conversation for a different day, though. Let's get back to the gems. Is my phone ringing? My phone was buzzing. That's why I forgot to put my shit on D&D. I left my shit turned on. Floater automatic, no cap. Also, is there any bigs who got a crazy float? I'd be sitting here thinking like, bro, it's all you need, bro. It's all you need, bro. If you was a big, all the big needs in today's game is the ability to set good screens, slip and pop, short roll, bro. If you could do those 3 things and then guard multiple positions at least, it sounds crazy, but you just have to learn movement. Once you learn movement, you could guard. But come on, bro. Like I seen this dude at the gym when I be going in the morning. I'm like, bro, if he's like 6'9", you know what I'm saying? Like 6'9", I'm like, bro, if he learned how to move and got a floater, cause he already be like shooting. I see him shooting. I'm like, all right, you already know how to shoot. If you learn how to move so he can guard all positions, learn how to get a floater, like I'm like, bro, nigga could be good as shit. I don't even know where he plays at, what he does, but I just know I can guarantee you he's gonna have a spot on any team he plays for. Any team, if you get that floater, you already got the slip in the pop, and then you learn how to move. I low-key been considering the fact that I was like, yo, I may even ask him to just to train for free, just to see how this shit could turn out and how this game could transform, and so I could be able to show y'all anything is fucking possible when it comes down to this game. It's all learned skills and learned behaviors. And the second you realize that, come on, man, I'm about to unlock many gems when it comes down to everybody here. Sabonis is another one. Sabonis, I just be forgetting. But once again, like I told y'all, this is the one thing you need from a big when you have the gravity of a Jalen Brunson. You need this. Screen comes off here. You pull over Embiid. Oubre still recovering. What does Hartenstein do? Short roll right here to this elbow. Float game. Open hand. Tough right there. You don't even need the jumper. I just get that float for the short roll. Buckets all day, man. Buckets all day. And now I don't know why they're playing them one-on-one. But this is perfect, though. This is perfect. This is perfect. All this other shit going on. But peep this. Peep this. While MB wants to do all this showboating, right? Too little. Y'all too slow, right? Get back on goddamn defense, right? And notice what Brunson's going to do. I got an empty right corner. I'm going to leverage the fact of that. Maxie's trying to take it away for a second. Get you on your heels. You hop up. You get bilateral, right? You get back to that split stance and your weight is distributed between both feet. So what does that tell Brunson, right? Or what should that even tell you anytime you see a defender in this spot? They're going to be a step late. Why? You got to understand. If your weight is on both feet and you're trying to move as a defender and play basketball, you got to take steps. Meaning you have to take one foot, push off of that, and then step with the other one, put the weight on that, and constantly shift that so you can take steps. But if your weight is on both, you're going to have to redistribute your weight to one foot to then get yourself out. And now it becomes a battle of this. It becomes a battle of, can this step right here be quicker than that step right there out of Brunson? Can you match that? On the top of the fact that you have to react to him, it's going to be extremely hard to do so. And so when you get someone in a split stance like that, they're going to be late. They can't maintain legal guarding position. Foul right there from Brunson. And even if you don't have that, you may get a blocking foul. You may even just get a lane to the rim. So that's vital. Vital, 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 vital. This is so timely. What'd you say? Only other Euro players got it? No cap. No cap. Jokic too. I don't know why I didn't think of Jokic at first. He be floating that bitch like a motherfucker. If as a hooper you start lifting at 13, could you stunt your growth, height growth? If you start, you could lift, but you got to be careful of how much weight you use and how much resistance that is, or how much resistance you use. It's not a myth. It's not a myth. It's the extent as to which you lift. Like if you do body weight stuff and you do like use very light weights that won't stress your system, it won't prevent you from losing or won't prevent you from growing. It'll actually help you. And I actually learned that. Like I said, I'll even do some more research on that, but yeah, it would actually help you in terms of your growth and your development. Dead ass. The Lakers. Hold on. There ain't no way. You capping. Ain't no way Darvin Ham got fired. No way Darvin Ham got fired. Oh shit. Damn, bro. Damn, they did fire him. Yo, that's crazy, bro. LeBron fired him. Yo, I just seen an article said JJ Redick is a candidate. not to discredit JJ Redick, but that would be like if I'm Darvin Ham, it's like, dog, you fired me and then you ended up hiring JJ Redick. It's like, what the fuck did I do? I got to be better myself. Not once again, not to discredit JJ because he know the shit he doing. You would think they want to go and get some sort of experienced coach, right? They want to get someone who has already dealt with this. You know what I'm saying? Knows all this stuff. But then they end up getting JJ Redick. No way they fucking do that. No way. No fucking way, bro. I would just like, I just got to be better in my own life, bro. I just got to be better in my own life. Get out of my old man ways, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. At least Doc Rivers is off the market, so they can't think of hiring Doc Rivers. Sorry, I was thinking. But let's get back to this, though. Let's get back to this. That's crazy, though. That's wild as fuck. So, this is funny. This is hilarious. I watched this and I was like, how the fuck did you let this shit slide? All right, how the hell do you let this shit slide? So understand this. If you simply know Jalen Brunson's tendencies, you already know what he's about to do right here. You know what he's about to do right here. Boom, fake handoff. And how the fuck you let him get a layup? And it's game 6 of the playoffs when that shit is on the scouting report. But you got to understand time and place. Two most important parts of this situation, right? Understand. Instead of doing this at the top of the first quarter, top of the second quarter, fresh out of halftime, he does this with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Meaning that players are already going to be tired. They're going to be lollygagging. They're going to be chilling. They're not going to be thinking about what's going to transpire, and they're going to get caught in the hypnotic rhythm of the game in itself. And so you're going to forget about the scouting report. You're going to forget about the game plan. You're going to forget about the habits. And this is going to happen. You're going to slip up and let Jalen Brunson fake that handoff and turn the corner. Got him. No cap. Pete, this is tough. If they fired Doc, Doc's not gonna get fired. I don't think y'all realize Doc not gonna get fired, bro. He's not. They fired too many coaches already. They got 3 coaches on their payroll, bro. They got 3 coaches on their payroll. Come on, man. But notice this. So I told y'all spacing is the main ingredient if you want to cook. Now notice the spacing on this right side when Brunson gets here to the right. You got 2 in this corner. You got Campaign down here. You got Embiid on the show. You got Harris over here as well. You got 2 offensive players in the same spot. So they just cancel each other out. And Harris has to guard 1 spot and can guard 2 people. So now he has nothing. So what does he decide to do? All right, let me backpedal. Let me get this back out. Let me get it back out. Got my angle. Got my angle. Y'all got to understand why. As a defender, it's hard for you already to change directions going lateral, right? Left to right. But how much harder is it for you to now go forwards and backwards, which is something you never practice, which is why players close out so terribly. And now, boom, right there, and then he caught you in just your natural rhythm. Human habit. It's just human habit for this right here, where you just decide to just run and try to chase and just get in front and move with his momentum. But Brunson just gets here and stops right in front of you and jumps up. He doesn't jump back. He jumps up. He just gets in front of you and does it. So notice, I got another replay on this right here too. So he literally turns. You literally seen his head turn. So notice, he gets left, turns his head. He's like, oh, he's following me. He's trailing me. Let me quick Joe pull up, stop in the same spot, jump up. You get hit in your face, but I end up getting the foul. And you the one that looks goofy because you're hurt, but you fouled me. Which is the funny part. Niggas in the crowd was mad as shit. I want you to watch DiVincenzo, bro. I want you to watch DiVincenzo. So, if y'all begin to do things like this, you will no longer have so many donuts in the game, and you could at least get 2 points. Watch DiVincenzo, right? Look at DiVincenzo. That's football moves right there. That's football movement. Y'all got to begin to learn these moves right here instead of the tweens, crosses, and behind the backs, because these will get you easy buckets, right? Underneath, swim move, easy 2, right there and then. The swim moves you need to get, by the way, you need to get them underneath the arm, over the top, get in the elbow, all this stuff. You need to get all the swim moves. So that just allows you to misguide, mislead your defender, and bring you to where you want to go and take them the other way, right? All it does, and it's going to get you easy 2s, I guarantee you. Just start utilizing it and start seeking for it. The Maxi low-key fucked up. Nick Nurse had his head down, mad as shit. Bucks, yeah, I've been saying that shit, bro. Where your shirt from? Might need a cop. I got this shit off like Etsy or some shit. I got this shit off Etsy a long ass time ago. But here too, this is tough. This play is extremely tough to guard. So much pressure. That stop wild 36. Yeah, that's bench point stat. I low-key forgot to pause it on that. I low-key even peep. Wayne, it might be you. Because I usually get notifications on the corner. I usually get notifications on my corner of my other monitor that'll tell me if it's lagging. It's not lagging. It was lagging at the start of stream though, but if it is for y'all, just let me know. It might lag for a second, but it'll go back to normal. Trust. So, Brunson right here, you about to cook. What play is this? Oh, pressure. That's the play. Pressure play. It's a pressure play. So understand, right? When Brunson gets off the screen, Paul Reed on that hard hedge. You ain't hard hedge hard enough. I turn that corner. And by turning this corner, Buddy Hield has a lot of pressure. What should I do if I'm Buddy Hield? Do I take away Mitchell Robinson on this roll, or do I take away Josh Hart on this shot? And now if you want to play probability, let's just think about it, right? If Mitchell Robinson gets down to a lane, he's getting a guaranteed 2 if I decide to take away Josh Hart. 100% chance, or 99.9999% chance Mitchell Robinson is going to make that 2 right there and then, right? Because Oubre's not on the nail. He's on the block, right? And then if I decide to go and take away Robinson and leave Josh Hart open, that's now about a 35% chance he hits that 3 open. I'll take our chances when it comes down to that. 99.999% for a 2 or 35% chance for a 3. Shoot that 3 all day. But he decides to go outside and then he ends up getting that 2. Goofy play. Despite the fact he had like 20, that just kind of took away 3 because it was a dumb play. Hey, Pat, you looking for a job opportunity in LA area? Comes with great benefits and a lot of networking opportunities. LA, why would I go to LA? Why would I go in LA? You know I bleed blue. I'm in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? I'm in O. But peep this. We only 5 minutes in. Damn, I feel like we way further into the breakdown than that. But notice. This is a gem. So, watch this right here, right? So, in transition, Jalen Brunson has the ball right here, right? But actually, let me go back. I may put this in full speed because this play might be quite durable play or quite long play. So notice, right? Jalen Brunson gets this catch in transition. Now, if you want to count numbers, they don't have the numbers. But watch what he does. Instead of deciding to go and attack, he waits for his numbers. And now you're like, it's a 4-on-4. But all because there's 4 people on both sides doesn't mean 4 people are matched up. Look at this weak side. Paul Reed's just running down blanklessly. Boom, swing, and then Obi in that corner, we get to that bucket. Patience in transition. Allow your teammates to catch up, and then find where you have the advantage. Lakers already looking for a new coach. They've been looking for a new coach probably halfway through the season. They was like, fuck this shit. This Darvin Ham nigga bugging. But peep this. So, notice Nick Batum. This is low-key a little different of a play, but notice Nick Batum, right? Nick Batum has the ball. He ends up going to his left side, turns his back. But how the hell did he turn his back and end up finding Buddy Hield in that corner wide open? Buddy Hield did this. Y'all need to start doing it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I got to unmute this, right? I got to unmute this so y'all could hear what's about to happen. Got to pause that for a second, right? I'm going to go full speed. I don't know if y'all could be able to, how much y'all can hear this, but let me turn this up a little more. There we go. Hey, this is the first time we're about to hear crowd noise on the stream in a minute. It's probably going to sound weird as shit, but bear with me. I need y'all to keep y'all ears open. All right, keep your ears open. So listen. I need y'all to really listen. All right, so look. Buddy Hield cuts. He just hollered as he ran along that baseline, got Batum's attention, and as a result, he was able to turn around, find him for that shot. Bucket. Y'all got to start communicating. You just got to start getting loud when it comes to shit like that. He literally just hollered. He screamed just so he could get the ball. And y'all never show that sort of commitment, that sort of communication, because you just be too scared to talk. Start talking. Now let's get back to what it was before. Let's get it back to normal. Right back to the gems. Slow this down. This is also about to be, he said, great, our LA Lakers will contact you. This nigga, he talking about the Lakers job, bro. He sound like a jit. That formal ass goddamn message, bro. Send the Lakers my LinkedIn, bro. Send the Lakers my LinkedIn profile. But I want y'all to watch Brunson on this. This play is tough. So look, this is a skill guards need because you never know where you'll be. Watch Brunson. He ends up getting left. Watch this dribble. He shortened the height of that dribble. I don't even know if y'all peeped it. But it throws off the defender's rhythm so much. It's like, how do I even guard at this cadence? You know what I'm saying? It's so weird because he dribbles. Look at this. Shortens it. Ball doesn't even get above that knee. Gets down. Rejects that screen that's coming up. Now gets it back to Hartenstein. That's the most important part. Because instead of going from a screen where I'm towards half court and he's already ready to jump out, I'm now able to go from this right elbow up into a handoff. And now he could actually get clipped by Hartenstein because he's ready to set them screens. And now watch what Brunson does. Brunson decides to go and engage Embiid. And by engaging, you automatically disengage by bringing yourself back because Embiid is playing a drop and he's not going to commit to Brunson. He's only trying just to show and take away what he's there at that point in time. And so as he decides to get back, I've got this little gap in time between Batum gets back to me, and now I get that step back, and I'm able to get my bucket. Playing this game smart, man. Yeah, go to streams after. Go to streams and go go to live. It's like a little live tab. It's gonna automatically upload. Microloan codes, but won't let a coach get the piece it needs to build a successful dynasty. Lakers are popping in coaches like it's popcorn. Some better adjustments in game, Lakers could have won some of those. If you actually have a steady diet and a steady dosage of offense and not try to fucking have a ridiculous rotation, that we could have won some of those games, man. They could have had a better chance. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win the series. They could have won some games, like against Denver, and throughout the regular season, could have won more games. Some goofy decisions throughout the season in terms of rotation. Like you got Spencer Dinwiddie being a spot up shooting player when he is actually good in pick and rolls and isolation. To me, it just sounds goofy. It sounds dumb. I wouldn't have done it. You might as well send my LinkedIn profile, bro. I'm about to submit my resume. How do I take my game to the next level? I had just played some randoms and bro, I got cooked so bad. And what areas? What areas are you bad in? What areas are you bad in? Like what areas is like, yo, I suck in this situation. Sounds like it's defensively. And I want y'all to watch this defensively. I want y'all to watch this. This is kind of crazy, right? You know, they always say good defense but great offense. This is literally an example of that, right? So notice, at this point in time, you got Jalen Brunson with 3 defenders all within a 3-foot vicinity of him. And if I told you he's gonna score, you wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me, right? You're like, ain't no damn way he gonna score. But his teammates still got gravity. Watch what happens. Hartenstein rolls, Embiid leaves, he falls for that pump fake, he steps through, finds a lane to be able to fucking get that shit up and get a bucket. Great offense is always going to beat great defense, bro. It is what it is. Especially in today's game. You got all the leeway. And plays like this, how the hell do you not box out and get the damn rebound, man? That's a damn shame. But I want you to understand this one thing when it comes to this play. Now, this is how you're able to utilize spacing to another level. This is not really intentful, but this is just useful for this time and place. Because Brunson gets off the screen going left. I got DiVincenzo to my left, and Batum's guarding him. And DiVincenzo been hitting shots all game. So he's going to second guess helping when he comes off the screen. So that's something y'all could do. If you got a shooter on your team, put them one pass away from you if you do struggle getting past that first level of help. So now you can get past that, and now you're getting further down. You're just attacking a drop possibly or whatever is inside the paint, playing inside out. Just play basketball at that point. And so now what ends up occurring for Brunson, he's just able to get to exactly what he wants to. You got Hield who's out of position. Now I'm just able to get to the mid-range, shot over the top, net. That's a bucket. Now this sequence right here, this is just for plot. I just want to show y'all this sequence for plot purposes. Plot purposes only. I just realized how the fuck he turned. Why did he turn away like that? What the fuck? What the fuck, DiVincenzo? I get you gotta sell a play. Look, I get you gotta sell a play. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Look, I understand, right? I understand this. I understand. Let me slow this down as a matter of fact, right? Look, I know when you run a play, you gotta sell it. But this is not selling, bro. Look at DiVincenzo. He did full maxi though. That little slow ass walk, like he, you know what I'm saying, like he Vince McMahon or some shit. And he chases over this screen. He does end up getting some sort of a look, a solid look at least. And they miss it. But once again, like I said, this is for plot purposes. And understand what's going to transpire right here. A lot of y'all get here in this situation and y'all see an open 3. Y'all see, oh shoot, I got an open 3. I work on this all the time. Let me shoot it. But you have 2 things at one time, which is a open 3 or a open 2. Because these defenders are already assuming you're going to shoot. So now if you actually attack the rim with some strength, you will get a 2 and possibly an and 1 so you can actually make that 3. Come on, man. Y'all gotta understand. Play the numbers game. Right? Play the numbers game. Some of y'all is going to be good to shoot that 3 because you may not be good at the rim. But if you actually can finish at the rim, go take that shit to the rim. Because the momentum you get off of that play alone will do more than if you just made a regular 3. Way more. So that's a big time play. That shit was nasty. I was watching this late. I was watching this after the fact of the game. I was like, yo, hold on. That's tough. But mind you, watch the score. This goes to an 8-point game right after that dunk. He missed the free throw. And now, just like that, right? Boom, just like that. Becomes a 1-point game. Now you're about to just see how this rest of this game plays out. This is low-key some plot. Got some good plot right here. Right, so notice. Great plot about to occur in this game. And so off these side out of bounds, you already know what Jalen Brunson going to do. He going to chase. He going to chase right back into it. But now positioning, right? If a defender's just guarding you with bad positioning, take advantage of them every time. Don't hesitate. Don't look to your coach. Don't second guess. Take advantage. And watch Oubre. He's forcing him middle and forcing him to his left hand. So now you're automatically cooked. It's GG's. You break your base. Brunson always seeking his contact, gets into the body because you got Embiid down here, and he does all that so I could cut you off and then be able to get up into my shot and end up getting that foul and a bucket. That contact is the most important part. Y'all got to see it again. Y'all got to see the contact. Just watch the contact the whole way through, right? He gets left, off-arm swipe. After I get the swipe, we got a little bit of a gap right here. I get back into that body, cut off his angle to get back in front of me, and I stop while you're still going downhill, trying to get back in front. You get hit, you fall down, but even though you fell, I'm the one to get the foul in the bucket. Kind of makes you look goofy, but when you play the game smart, you make people look goofy. And now here, off the free throw, notice, this is for plot purposes. Jalen Brunson on the free throw. He was 12 for 16 on the night. Missed that one. That's a big time free throw. You got to hit those. 3-point game, by the way. 3-point game. Let's speed this up. Maxey got that handoff. Second handoff once again. Turns the corner. Boom. He's fouled. Goaltended and one. Take us to the line. In case y'all didn't see this game, let's low-key do a quick little summary. Maxey to the line. 111 knotted. Right? 111 knotted. And this play is vital. This play is going to show y'all a lot of gems. This play is a big gem. This play is a big gem. So understand, right? I'm gonna go full speed on this play. Fuck it. If I get copyright, fuck it. But understand, this is a big time play. So with it being this late in the game, you know damn well Jalen Brunson's gonna see two, right? He's gonna see two. But where's that two coming from? That two now came from Josh Hart. He gives it up to Josh Hart. He gets it right back from Josh Hart. And now he sees two again from Josh Hart again. And now this puts Josh Hart in a position to where you're the one who got to make a play. You're the one they said, we're going to live with the whatever result that you give on this shot. And guess what happens? Fake that pass, line up seams, bucket. That's why you reward those players who hustle hard early in the game, like I showed you on that second or first quarter, wherever it was. That's why you reward them early. Get them opportunities early, because it may come down to a situation like this where you need them to knock down a shot. And if they don't, you might just lose that game series 3-3, or 3-3, and you going back home. You don't want to deal with that momentum they got. So you got to make sure you do those little things. Those are vital. Make sure you keep your teammates engaged the entire time. So now let's get back to it. Let's see how the rest of the game played out. Mind you, Philly is now down 3. Instead of deciding to go and take a 3 and try to take the hero shot, they played a 2-point game. Right? Let's just get a quick 2. Let's decide to try to end up fouling quick. They wasted dummy time on the clock. DiVincenzo ends up getting fouled. All right, DiVincenzo gets fouled. I want to show y'all the last play of this game, which is kind of ridiculous. That's the only reason why I really want to show this. Right? DiVincenzo gets fouled. They up 1. Boom. Make that they up 2. Now they up 2. Make that them up 3. And now notice what happens off this inbound. Right? Smart play. This is a brilliant play. Right? Brilliant play. And now Maxey gets it. Foul immediately before you get up into a shooting motion. Go and shoot your 2. And mind you, they got no timeouts. No timeouts right now. Maxey takes the first one, knocks it down. Maxey on the second one, boom, knocks it down. And now notice what happens now. Jalen Brunson gets the ball in. He ends up getting fouled, right? They now about to be at the free throw line once again. Crowd made it feel like the Knicks home game. No cap. I was watching, I was like, yo, that shit is tough. The chemistry is unmatched with those 3. Villanova chemistry. Brunson on that first free throw knocks it down. On the second one, knocks it down. Watch the defense, right? I want you to watch DiVincenzo's defense and McBride's defense. They play great possession, because you got to understand they're up 3 right now, right? And now, even if you foul before they get into a shooting motion, they go to the line, they shoot 2 more, they got no free throws, right? And so what ends up occurring? You got DiVincenzo playing aggressively, and he ends up getting here, beating Maxey to a spot, forcing the ball pickup. And now force the ball pickup, you swing this to now Hield, ball goes out. But this, I don't understand this. Hey, and I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, keep it a bean. Hey, hold on, let me see. Boom, we got a sub right there. Hey, Living Paintbrush, appreciate that sub. But this is kind of crazy. This is the main reason why I showed y'all that whole sequence of plays, right? And don't lie, Philly fans. This made y'all mad. Look at Buddy Hield, right? Buddy Hield gets his catch. You got 3.7 left. And look at the shot he takes. Gang, what? You got 3.7. You can take 3 dribbles. You can make 3 passes and then shoot. He catches and shoots that shit immediately, and where did that shit go? Bricks, Hart catch that shit with 1.5. Come on, man. That's a bad play. That's a bad play. Come on. And your season is done. Season is done. Even look at your options. If Hill got this pump faked, you got Tyrese Maxey on the trail. I don't know if he'll hit it, but it's a better shot than this. Or you can pump fake, reload, because niggas like to bite. Come on, man. You sold the game. You sold the season. Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cancun, and we out of here too. So that's the end of this stream. We about to be live again on Monday. I might end up watching the Magic game if that should go to Game 7. So we're going to see what may happen when it come down to that. So I may watch that, or I may watch Mavs Clippers. I don't see how that game turn out. We're going to see. We're going to see how that shit turn out. But like I said, though, make sure you sacrifice your presence up. But also, before you even slide out, though, hold on, I'm tripping. Make sure you go to the top of the chat, join the Patreon for exclusive breakdowns, for on-court workouts, weight room workouts. That's going to take you to 40% shooting if you as you're disciplined to the routine. It's going to get your vert up about 3-4 inches. And it's going to take your IQ to another level, because we look at film from a different perspective on there, so you can understand how you must apply this film to a real game. Right? So make sure you go and tap into the Patreon. Make sure you also tap into the Discord, drop your film in there. And also make sure that you tap into your zenith. Tap into your higher self. Tap into the highest level of yourself. And make sure that you sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self. And do everything you need to do to get to where you're here to be. So discipline or regret. You choose.